Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. It's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for another not-so-weekly pickups video, where I go through everything I've picked up and had delivered over the past few weeks. And, wow, it's been quite a few weeks. I think it's been about a month, so we've got Christmas sales, presents, and a lot to get through. So without further ado, let's get into it. So welcome to the video everybody. I hope you all had a nice Christmas and you celebrated the new year however you liked and had a lovely time. I hope you all have a happy new year and look forward to speaking to you all throughout the year. So yeah, let's dive into what I've had picked up, delivered and what I got for Christmas. So let's start off with what I got for Christmas. Yeah, there was a load of games I got for Christmas. First up, I got Returnal for the PS5. I played a bit of it. It's a really cool hard roguelike game. Basically like a really fast-paced shooter where you shoot all these aliens. It's quite brutally difficult, but a heck of a lot of fun and very addicting. So that's Returnal. I also got Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins. This is essentially like a Dark Souls version of Final Fantasy. Don't really know too much about it, but I'm a big fan of the series, and I do like playing these spin-offs, even though they're not as good as the mainline entries. But I'm looking forward to giving this one a go nevertheless. I've heard some positive things. So that's Final Fantasy Origins, Stranger of Paradise, or whatever you want to call it, because Final Fantasy titles basically just have any old random words in them. So yeah, got two Switch games. I haven't played them yet, and that is Pokemon Violet. Big Pokemon fan, as you all know. Really enjoyed Pokemon Legends Arceus, which was one of my games of last year. Haven't heard so many good things about this one, but I'm going to give it a go really soon. Just holding out for a patch, so see if it improves the performance, but I'm looking forward to trying it. I've heard nothing but good things, even with the technical issues. And the final thing I got for Christmas, well, final game I got for Christmas, is Harvestella, which is like a farming simulator game with a bit of Final Fantasy thrown into the mix. It looks like a really fun game. I'm not really into gardening and stuff, but it has like a Final Fantasy mix to it. So that's the reason why I wanted it. And the art style looks fantastic. Get one film. Well, it's actually a DVD. It's a DVD box set of His Dark Materials Season 2. I got the first one on DVD, so getting the second one on DVD doesn't matter. I'm sure it'll look great because the first season looked great on DVD as it was. Really nice edition. It comes with 3 discs. You also do get 4 double-sided art cards here, so yeah, really cool to have. I do think The Dark Materials is a really good series, definitely one of the best BBC has put out. I think it's to do with them and Amazon Prime, or them and Netflix. But it's very high budget, very lavish. And the young lass here, that's the one who played in Logan alongside Hugh Jackman, Daphne Keane, and she does a great performance here. Actually, the whole cast is great. It's all A-listers all round. You've got Andrew Scott here, you've got Ruth Wilson, you've also got James McAvoy. Great cast. The 3rd season is currently airing now on BBC and BBC iPlayer, and I'm halfway through the 3rd season, so I'm looking forward to picking up the 3rd one when it comes out. Though it's going to be in a standard DVD case, which is kind of annoying when the previous 2 come in these like fold out copies, but hey, what are you going to do about it? So yeah, that's His Dark Materials. Final gift I got for Christmas was a pop vinyl. Yeah, I have really become quite an addiction to these pop vinyls just lately, and I really like this one. Shame about the film. And that's Mighty Thor from Thor Love and Thunder. I thought Natalie Portman was great in the film, and I wanted more of her and Christian Bale as Gorr the God Butcherer. I think they were both done dirty in this film, but there's no denying this pop is really cool. Yeah. There's some other ones here you do get here, but I'm not really that fussed about the other ones. I do think Gorr looks pretty cool, but I really do love this one. So yeah, for like the pickups I've had some Christmas money, and I did get some vouchers as well for Christmas, so I got stuff that I wanted to get. So first up is the games. I got Final Fantasy VII Reunion Crisis Core, or Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, however you want to call it. It is a remake, remaster of the PSP game, and it's a really nice little prologue to Final Fantasy VII, and it's worth playing, especially if you're playing the new Final Fantasy VII Remake series. Game looks amazing, plays great, and I'm having a good time with it. A couple of years ago, this game got a remake for the PS4, and it must have done very well because its sequel got the remake treatment this year, and that is Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. Yeah, I played the Destroy All Humans games years ago, and they were cheap, fun games, and this is no different. It's probably going to be a little bit janky and all that, but they're fun games. The humour is definitely very old now and probably wouldn't fit much with today's society, but they're harmless bit of fun, and I do enjoy them. Another PS5 game I picked up was quite a recent one, and I popped into my local Smibes a few weeks ago, and they had it, the final copy, and because it was the final copy, they did it for 20 quid, and that is Evil West. This is definitely a lot of fun. This feels like a low budget game that you used to get 10 a penny off back in the PS2, PS3 days, but now you don't get so much. It's fun sort of cowboys versus vampires sort of game. Feels like the combat with God of War with a bit of shooting thrown in. A lot of fun, a little bit janky, but very entertaining. And the final two games are based on a franchise I do really like, and that's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the Cowabunga Collection. So yeah, this one was the new one that came out last year. I did review it for the channel. Cracking game, but I always wanted a proper physical copy. Managed to get one for 20 quid from Game, and it also comes with like a strategy guide and a little pizza keyring, which was really cool. And the artwork inside is proper nice. The game's only a couple of hours long, but it's such a blast, and I have replayed it a couple of times and also played it online, where it really does come into its own. Cowabunga Collection includes about 12 to 13 different games from the arcade era, from the arcade, SNES, NES, Mega Drive, all the different versions, and even regional differences like the Japanese and the American version. So yeah, great little package. And again, it was only about 20 quid as well from Game. They seem to price the games a little bit cheaper as the local game store was closing down or moving into another store, I think. Before we get on to the movies, I did pick up a couple of movie related books from the works in the week, and I thought, you know what, I might as well show them off. First up, I picked up this The Batman, The Ultimate Guide from the works for 6 quid. Normally it's about 20. It's been 10 for a few months now, but I see it dropped to 6 quid, so I thought I'd pick it up. It looks like a fantastic read, going through the whole of Batman's history from the Detective Comics all the way up to like the animated series and various different new villains being introduced. It's really, really cool. All sorts of allies, villains, episodes of the series, and different comics. It's about over a 200-page book, so I'm looking forward to actually sitting down and reading some books for a change. And I also picked up another one based on a recent released film that I like to take the mick out of. Yes, Avatar, The World of Avatar, a visual exploration. Yeah, this one's about normally 15 quid, went down to 10, then went down to a 5, so I thought, you know what, pick it up. I've always thought the world of Pandora does look quite nice. It's just the stories have been rather bland, and I've never really been that keen on the Navi design, but everything else looked pretty cool. But this book shows like all the different like creatures, wild fauna, and various civilizations. It's about over 100 pages, and it isn't too bad. It's got a foreword by Zoe Saldana in it. Bizarrely, no foreword or introduction by James Cameron, but yeah, it's a decent little read, and I'm looking forward to reading some more of it. It's not a bad little book for 5 quid. So yeah, that is The World of Avatar. Now's the time to talk about what everybody's here for, the films, and there's quite a decent selection here. Some Blu-rays, some 4Ks, and even a DVD. Well, I didn't buy the DVD, my mum bought it because she wanted it, but I thought I'll show it in the haul nevertheless because it's a Christmas classic, and that is White Christmas. My mum's a big fan of this film. It's one of her favourite Christmas films of all time, and every year we're meaning to watch it. We do record it, but it gets deleted off the recording library, so now we have it physically, so we can watch it whenever we want during the next Christmases and Christmases to come. Blu-rays, yes. Did pick some up before Christmas and after Christmas in the sales, so I picked up these two before Christmas, The Black Phone and Nope. Yep, watched both of these again. Really enjoyed Black Phone. First time watch for that one, and incredible. I thought Ethan Hawke was brilliant in it. Definitely did feel like a Stephen King film was written by a script of his son, so there's no surprise there. The kid actors here are great, and it's just so unnerving what this grabber character does to these poor kids. And I also love the 70s setting, really good. And I partnered that up with Nope. Yes, Jordan Peele's latest film. Really enjoyed this one. Is it a horror? No, as I said, I think it's a western sort of sci-fi film, and loved it. I thought Keke Palmer was definitely the standout here. It was also great to see Michael Wincott back here in this after not being on the screens for a little while. You also got Stephen Young here, the Glenn from The Walking Dead. A little bit too long, a couple of needless side plots that weren't needed to be in there, but Nope was a great time. Most of this, yeah, all of this is just sales stuff now, so I picked this one up from H&V because a lot of people have been talking about it on the stream. Some people seem to love it, some people are not so keen on it. And that's Robert De Niro in The Deer Hunter. I know there's been a few debates about this film on the streams. A lot of people do enjoy it. A lot of people do think it's overlong and a bit boring. And I've never seen it myself, so I really want to give it a go. Starring Robert De Niro as well, Streep and Christopher Walken. Great cast there, enough alone. I think the film's like about 3 hours long, so I'm looking forward to finally watching this and making my own decision on the film, seeing whether I like it or not. Thankfully, it wasn't like full price. It was £7 in H&V, so it wasn't too bad. And it's a 2-disc set with this rather etching slip. So yeah, not too bad. And you do get quite a few special features with it, so that's not too bad. So that's The Deer Hunter. Next one I picked up is a film that I've been wanting to get for a little while. It hasn't been on sale then in the H&V sale. It popped down to £7.99. Was going to get it on 4K, but 4K only got reduced by £2. So that is Arnie in Raw Deal. Yeah, £7.99 on Blu-ray, so it was a no-brainer there. You might as well get it. Save yourself a tenner. Really looking forward to watching this one. I do like the Arnie films. All his films are very entertaining, even when they're not so good. Haven't seen this one before, but I imagine it'll be a great time. I think this is from the latter half of the 80s. You also got Robert Davi in this, also in License to Kill, so that's pretty cool. Don't know too much about it, but I'm sure it'll be a good time. Next up, we're on to the 4Ks, and when I went to Norwich to their H&V, I was on the lookout for a certain 4K. That's in the 2 for 24. It was sold out online and was sold out in my local store, but thankfully they had it in, and with a slip. And that is Oliver Stone's The Doors, the final cut with Val Kilmer. I remember watching this one years ago and really enjoying it. It's definitely one of the best music biopics out there. Val Kilmer does an incredible job here as Jim Morrison. He really does feel like Jim Morrison's back alive on stage. He definitely deserved all the awards he got for that role. If he didn't, why didn't he? Because he was brilliant in it. I haven't seen it for a long while, so I'm looking forward to watching it. I remember Carl MacLachlan's also in it from Twin Peaks, but again, it's been a while since I've seen this version. It comes with 2 different cuts, the final cut and the original theatrical cut. You also do get 2 bonus discs here. You get it on Blu-ray and 4K, and also a Blu-ray bonus disc with deleted scenes, Doors in LA as well, so you get an exclusive performance of The Doors. So that is pretty cool. The final cut version is 138 minutes and the original theatrical cut is 141 minutes. So looking forward to watching the final cut, because I think I've only ever seen the original cut, if that's the one that was on TV. And then probably that was edited quite a bit. So yeah, that is The Doors. I decided to partner up with a really old film that I remember watching on BBC Two, must be on a Sunday, on an Easter Sunday years ago, starring Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson and James Dean in what I think is his final role, Giant. Yeah, this is quite an old film. This is like mid-60s film from what I gather, but yeah, I remember watching this on the Sunday afternoon and quite enjoying it. It's been a long while, and again, this is quite a long film. This is like about over 3 hours long. I remember, I think it is actually based on a book. Never read the book myself, but I'm pretty certain it is based on a book. It basically tells the story of this family who owns like this oil refinery, and it's like their several generations of their story, and it's really quite interesting. It's been a long while, so I can't remember too much about it, but yeah, I'm pretty certain this was James Dean's final role, and Elizabeth Taylor's in it, so it's going to be cracking. And I imagine as this a Warner Brothers release, it'll look pretty nice on 4K, so that is giant. And next up is a film that I picked up literally just the other day and watched it on Saturday night, and that is Drive. Yeah, I picked this one up on 4K. It was currently going for 15 quid in HMV. I was going to get it on Blu-ray, but they sold out the Blu-ray version. But for the sake of 3 quid, I thought I'd pick up the 4K. I think this is 88's one of their first ever 4K releases. But I did watch this Saturday night and thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it was a load of over-the-top 90s fun. Felt a bit like a sci-fi version of Rush Hour, really. It was good. Mark Dacascos, or whatever his name is, he was in the recent John Wick film, and he's great here. Some of the martial arts here is over the top. I watched the director's cut, which is just under 2 hours, and I've heard that the theatrical version, while shorter, is a heck of a lot of fun and has a great like 80s synth soundtrack, so I will have to check that one out. Also, shout outs to Brittany Murphy here. She was brilliant, and she was only in the film for a little while, but wow, she stole every scene she was in. She was a complete and utter joy to watch. Definitely a massive shame when she passed away. Yeah, very young age, but that's Drive. And unfortunately, you don't get the Blu-ray in it. It kind of seems like a bit of a lackluster display. You do get like alternative artwork and the original poster artwork, and you just get the 4K and a poster, which is just this artwork. I kind of thought you would have got a booklet or some art cards or something a little bit extra just to make it worth the normal price of 26 quid. Would I pay 26 quid for it? No, I never would. But for 15 quid or 15.99, it's not too bad. So yeah, that's Drive. The final haul is all from Amazon and all from their super mega sale that they had around Christmas. Literally the day, the 23rd of December, they had a massive sale on, selling off some 4K box sets for like 10 quid, The Dark Knight. I ordered two. I ordered the Lord of the Rings ones, and I also ordered this one. Lord of the Rings one, they cancelled it, the bastards. But this one actually did arrive, and that is the Matrix trilogy. So yeah, I got the Matrix trilogy for tenner. And I had a voucher, so it only cost me a couple of quid, so it wasn't too bad. I already have the Matrix trilogy on Blu-ray and got that a few weeks ago, but I thought I might as well upgrade it and get the 4K version because you're never going to get it for that price. So yeah, this is a 9-disc set, includes all 3 films. You don't get the new one in it, of course, but you get 3 discs per film. You get each film on 4K, you get each film on Blu-ray, and you also do get a bonus disc of special features. I don't think you get a bonus disc of special features with the Blu-ray version, so there's that. But yeah, I really do dig this art style more than the 4K, the Blu-ray box set art style. So yeah, I haven't actually checked out the Matrix 2 and 3 yet, so I'm going to probably give out the Matrix trilogy a good watch, and then give the 4th one a rewatch and see if my opinion changes on it. But I can remember really enjoying the first one, and I should think I'll enjoy the 2nd and 3rd one. So yeah, that's the Matrix trilogy for £10 and change. Unbelievable. And then on Boxing Day of all things, they did another sale, and they did drop some good titles to some really good prices. Most notably, some Arrow releases. So yeah, they had Dillinger. I've been looking for this one for quite a while. It's sort of Bonnie and Clyde-esque sort of gangster film. Anything to do with gangsters, I'm there. Looks really good from the trailers. I think this is quite an old release that came out in America years ago, but we only got it like early 2022. Went down to about 8 quid before Christmas, and then on Boxing Day it went down to 4 quid, so I was like, yep, I'm having some of that. So yeah, it's not too bad. I think it's just under 2 hours long. You do get some special features there. Don't think there's no booklet in this one. Oh, yeah, there is a booklet in this one, so that's pretty cool. So for £4, I picked up Dillinger. They did also have an Arrow 4K on offer for £7, and I'm a big fan of this film. I've never seen its sequel, but I was always a fan of this first one. It's quite a brutal film, but that's Demons. I remember watching it last year when I was going through all the Argento films, and I left this one to last, and this was like quite a culture shock because I don't think it is directed by Argento. I think it's written or produced by him, but I saw his name on it, so I thought I'll give it a go, and wow, what a brutal, nasty film. The practical effects in this are like second to none. It is a really gruesome film, but I really enjoyed it. All set in the cinema, and all these people being turned into demons. Yep, really enjoyed this film. Cracking little film. Never seen the sequel. I've not heard so great things about the sequel, but I may pick it up one day and give it a shot. But that's Demons for £7, and you do get 2 discs here. You get Demons on 4K and Demons on Blu-ray, which is kind of odd, as Arrow normally just put the 4K in the box set and that's it, never give you a Blu-ray, so it's quite good. Hopefully that'll be a sign of things to come. Will they do that? I don't know, but you do get loads of special features on this one, so that is good. So yep, that's Demons. And the final pickup of this weekly, fortnightly pickup video is another Arrow release, and this is a box set that went down from £35 to about 12 or 13 quid, and I had it on back order for about a couple of 2 or 3 weeks, and it arrived this week, and I got Miller the Stone Woman. Yeah, I don't really know too much about this one. I think this one is on Shudder, but I always wanted this release. It looks like a cool set. It's apparently the first ever colorized Italian horror, so that's one thing there. This version includes 4 cuts of the film. You get the original Italian version, you get the English dubbed version, you get the American version, and you also get the French version. So a lot of versions of this film. They're all varying length from about 85 to 95 minutes. So whether the differences will be mild or major, I don't really know. But it's a 2-disc set. You do get your art cards with it, your poster, and you also do get a lovely booklet in it. At a retail price of like 35 quid, is it worth it? No, not really worth it, but for 13 quid, couldn't say no for that, and I'm looking forward to giving this one a go. If you have seen Miller the Stone Woman, why don't you tell me in the comments section down below which version of the film would you recommend. As with Arrow, you do get loads and loads of lovely special features in it, and nobody does a special limited edition quite like Arrow with these really sturdy cases. So yeah, for 13 quid, I got Miller the Stone Woman. And with that, that's all the pickups, deliveries and Christmas presents that I've had over the past few weeks, like about 3 or 4 weeks. And overall, quite an impressive haul, especially with some of the amazing sales going on. It's definitely worth keeping your eye on Amazon for these sales, because you never know, you might find a bargain too. Keep an eye on those discount websites like Hot Deals UK and Blu-ray.com for those deals when they pop up, because one day you might find them. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think of my pickups and deliveries in the comment section down below. What films would you recommend me watch first? What ones don't you like so much? Tell me all in the comment section down below, and we'll have a good conversation about it. I'll reply to all comments, I promise. Anyway, thank you ever so much for taking your time and watching my video. I really do appreciate it. You take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.